What's up everybody, Mike Lyons here. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna go over my version of a super high volume shoulder workout. So it's really high intense. You're gonna see a lot of supersets, triple sets, burnout to rate to failure. And it's gonna be, it's very intense. Most people will not attempt this style of workout, but this is what I have done in my pro career and what I currently do for my shoulders. So it's gonna start out with just a regular pin loaded shoulder press to get everything warmed up. Super light. Do a couple of feeder sets, anywhere 15 to 20 reps. Then we're gonna go into a banded side lateral and front raise. So it's 3 exercises in one, but really 2 of them are just mobility stuff. So like I said, this is just a feeder set for me, so I'm just kind of getting warmed up. So super light, and we're gonna do like 15 to 20. So get yourself all set up, everything flat against the pad, bringing it down to basically mouth level and not fully extend, controlling the weight. Common cues are, people try a lot, obviously heavy, but this is just warm up. So just go light, get the motion in, get blood into your joints. Don't overextend, and just stay in that pocket of tension. So right here, and then right to there. So that's what I mean in that pocket. So basically staying where the tension is on the shoulder at all times. Going below this, you're risking injury. And going above it, your triceps are taking over. So realistically, you're not getting much other than complete flex out. And then as soon as you've done that, you're gonna stand on up. I'm using a thin red band. I like putting it over top of my wrist so I'm not using my grip. Stand on it. So basically just doing regular side laterals, more so concentrating on getting the back, rear delt, and sides warmed up. So when you're coming up, you're pushing the band back. Again, it's just a warm up, so you're just getting everything going. And then you transition into just a front raise, keeping everything nice and tall. Just going up shoulder height. And with this one, keep everything stagnant. So you can tell I'm not swinging and using my torso. I'm just staying stagnant, controlling the band up and back. I like doing this stuff, especially since I've torn my rotators. I use band work just to kind of warm up my joints, get blood in there, and then more so for mobility, because of my 2 left rotator cuff tears and my 1 right. My mobility is getting worse as I age. So it's one of those things where I have to basically stay on top of it because I don't want my injuries to inhibit my lifting. So I love bodybuilding, I love the lift, so I want to continue that process. If I just stopped worrying about mobility, unfortunately my risks to injury would increase, and my mobility probably would vastly diminish more than it already has. So I'm more of a stay on top of your injuries, stay on top of prevention, rather than just wait until see what happens kind of thing. So that's what I do for me. So we're on to the next, it's gonna be a triple set now. So we're gonna do standing side lateral, pin loaded, to a seated rear delt. And then we're gonna use the band again for another mobility exercises, over and back. So all 3 are to failure, so there's no real rep range. Go like medium to heavy. Don't go heavy right off the get, because you're not gonna get that many reps. So you wanna get at least 8 per one, and then move on to the next. And then big thing is in concentration. So side laterals, just coming up the parallel. And then we're getting into the seated rear delt. And then we're going into seated rear delt. Again, don't go too far so your traps overtake. And then for the over and backs with the band, it's more on just mobility. So it's up and stretching yourself out and then bringing it back. So all three, just go on feel and getting as much blood as you can in. So for standing side lateral, what I do is I have shown you guys with the hand like this, or you can do it like this. I like going over the hand because it basically puts more pressure on the shoulder capsule itself. It is, without wrist wraps, it is really, really tough on the wrist bone itself. So be very careful if you're doing this. Set yourself up with a nice wide athletic stance, standing upright. You can lean in a bit and around your shoulders, but when you come up, your chest comes up with it. So you're not swinging the weight, everything comes up together. Down. Common mistakes are if someone's doing something like this and I tell them to use their chest, you'll see them swing. So they're doing one of these. I want you controlling the weight through basically your arms. So controlling it up and controlling it down. Your chest is only coming up because your arms are coming up. One basic cue for bodybuilders. So if you're in a front relaxed pose and you're standing upright, your arms are sitting on your lats. So this is one way where you're just coming up from there. So start off this way and you'll get used to it. If you're gonna go all the way to partials, that's where you would go. You would just go to kind of your front relaxed and just sit on the partials and come up from there. All right, so that's it for this. We're gonna move on to the next. So this is a lovely machine from Atlantis that we have here at Fitness FX. So it's a dual machine, so it's a side lateral and a rear delt. So as you can see, this pivots. The way I like to use it, so I'd like to get right in on it, lean myself right over so my arms are almost straight out from my shoulder. So I, again, like putting my hands on the inside of the bar, push my shoulders down so I don't want them up like this, because once you do this, your traps are going to want to do it. So push your shoulders away from you and you're pivoting away from that joint. So it's almost trying to reach your hands as far away from you as you can down here, and then continue that process away from each other. Range of motion for this is actually quite short. You're only coming to right there. So anything past that, your traps are completely taken over and you're going to be up into your neck, which you don't want. So that's why I keep telling people to push their shoulders away, because that disengages everything. And you can see your rear delt's such a small muscle, it's going to tire out super fast. So once you're done this, you're going to move on to the over and back. I'm only standing on it with one foot this time. You're going to hold it with shoulder width apart. Up, over, wide, and down. So this is working mobility. Essentially, you want to go all the way back around, but because of my underlying issues with my shoulders and the many tears that I've had, I can't. So I use it to, like I said, keep the mobility. Common mistakes are people use too heavy of a band, which they can't do it properly, and they're trying to force it. So it's all about using the tension in the band and not swinging or using momentum. What I tell people, as soon as you feel yourself do this, you use the momentum to get it going, you're done. That's your failure point. So it's just up and open. That's it. Give that triple set a try. You're gonna love every bit of it. So we're moving on to the next exercise. So it's gonna be a seated pin loaded side lateral. This is more just to completely burn out your side laterals. So no band this time, no mobility work. That's we're going to keep that for the final exercise. But for this one, basically you're going to sit nice and upright. So I tell people not to grab a hold of these. Just put your arms down like you're holding dumbbells to your side. Basically use your feet, and you're basically planting your feet on the ground, and you're using the force through your feet and pressing your arms up. And everything's straight up and down. So you're not bent over like this. You're in a machine, so you can't swing it. So it's just basically control up, nice and slow down. Control up, nice and slow down. I'm not a big guy who suggests it, just because of my injuries over the years. I like just going to parallel, and it works for me. I don't seem to be diminishing in my shoulder development in any way. So I recommend just going to parallel, or just like maybe a degree above, but not much. And again, you're just going complete failure. Right to partials from the side. And there you go. You're gonna do 3 sets of this. Absolutely failure. All right, everybody. So we're finally on our last superset of the crazy shoulder workout that we're doing today, but we're gonna finish off with cables, rear delts. So keeping that X right in front of the face. Then we're gonna move into the final band exercise. So it's 3-way. So you're bringing it up in front of you, open, close, back down. So this is again, failure again. So you're gonna grab these cables here. Keep the X right in front of your face. And you're gonna open. Concentrating on keeping that X there so it doesn't change where you're hitting it. Going right to partials. Band here, double stance. So up the shoulder width, open, close, down. All right, that's 1 set in. So you're gonna do 3 sets of this. Again, complete failure. And that's gonna finish you off here. At the end of it, you'll be lucky to lift your water bottle to your face. So that is one of my favorite shoulder workouts that I've done over my career. I try to throw it in probably once a month, just to really keep that intensity up. Obviously keep the volume on my shoulders in, and works for me. Give it a try the next time you're doing shoulders. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, and I'll be trying to show you guys some crazy workouts over the next few months. Peace.